And thank you for watching, everyone. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt, winner of the 2022 Edward R. Murrow Award.
We have incoming.
Let's hit it. We're all good.
Clearly not.
Don't take another step. The ground is energized.
Did you plant that gun?
Ron Johnson's at it again, lying about my taxes. Let's be clear. My taxes are paid in full. But there were times I was getting by on peanut butter sandwiches. And that's why I support a tax cut for the middle class. Put more money in your pockets. Because I know how hard you work. But Johnson used his tendency to write a loophole that gave huge tax cuts to himself and his biggest donors, leaving us with crumbs. And that's how we get left behind. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Howard Young Urgent Care. Get in, get out, get well.
Straight ahead on Newswatch 12 at 6, Tomahawk Middle School is getting a boost in funding. We'll break down how it's going to help students learn. Plus, property values surging. We'll explain what this housing boom means for homeowners. And a couple speaking out about their experience with the VA. We'll have the details as your local news starts now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 at 6 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic. Today in Tomahawk, Wisconsin State Treasurer Sarah Godlewski visited middle school students to present a check for the library programs. The check totaled more than $48,000, which comes from the Common School Fund in Wisconsin. Godlewski says this funding is going a long way towards helping the school district.
$40,000, over $40,000 can go a long way. And if we didn't provide that money, it would have to be made up by taxpayers.
The funding given to the Tomahawk School District will go towards its library programs. School librarian Paula Norman believes the visit by Godlewski was valuable for students.
I think it was very eye-opening for the students to see a state representative and to learn where the money comes from, that it's not coming from their taxes, and to get to ask her questions like, how did you prepare for this? And so it just fits so many aspects of what we want students to be and do.
Wednesday's check presentation was attended by 13 middle school students who are on track to be a part of programs in business, education, and STEM. Godlewski says she hopes one day students just like these will become leaders within Wisconsin, just like herself. It's a cool day, but warmer temperatures are heading into the area. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller has the latest. Jeff?
Yeah, hey, Jessica. Sunny 50s out there right now, but we did not start that way. A record low in Rhinelander this morning at 23 degrees, but then things began to warm up quickly across our area with highs back in the mid-60s today for some of the region. Not all of it, but some of us got in the mid-60s today. But look at the lows this morning. We're talking about temperatures of 23 in Rhinelander, 35 for Shawano. It was a cool start to our morning. It will not be this cold tonight. Right now we're hanging out at 54 in Rhinelander, 54 also for Mosinee. A couple of 60s across western Wisconsin. That's a sign of things to come as warmer temperatures are on the way beginning as soon as tomorrow, with upper 60s and maybe even a couple low 70s back in the forecast for us this weekend. Lots of clear skies across the state right now, but off to the west of us, there's just nothing going on here. We have a long, dry stretch to get through now into the weekend and beyond. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies and a bit cool with low temperatures down near 32. Your full forecast is coming up. Jessica.
Thank you, Jeff. Republican Tim Michels has put another $5 million of his own money in the race for governor against Governor Tony Evers. Michels has spent nearly $16 million on his campaign. Evers raised $4.6 million over the reporting period that ran from late July through the end of August. Evers has raised more than $26 million since last year and about $15.7 million in 2022 on the race. In comparison, Michels has almost entirely self-financed his run for governor, raising only about $490,000 in donations. Of the $4.6 million Evers reported raising, about $1.6 million came from the Wisconsin Democratic Party and more than $2.9 million came from individual donors. Two northern Wisconsin counties are exploring options as they're dealing with a 911 dispatch shortage. Ashland and Bayfield counties are studying merging dispatch services. Both counties will be splitting the cost of the $50,000 feasibility study. They're looking to apply for a $500,000 grant to transition to a new 911 system. That new system would improve emergency response and allow residents to text 911. Consolidating services would improve staffing levels and give them a backup if there's ever an outage in the area. A continued shortage of homes and new real estate demand has led Wisconsin property values to have a record increase in 2022. The Wisconsin Policy Forum found total property values in the state grew by 13.8%, overwhelmingly surpassing the previous record increase of 9.6% in 2006. Inflation has also driven up the price of properties, just like many other commodities. The higher property values are a boom for existing owners, especially because property taxes have not increased at the same rate because of state levy limits. Statewide gross property tax levies increased by 1.6%, which is the smallest annual increase since 2014. A research firm warns a worldwide recession is likely on the horizon. According to a probability model run by Ned Davis Research, there's about a 98% chance of a global recession. The only other times the recession model was that high was during severe economic downturns, most recently in 2020 and during the global financial crisis of 2008 and 2009. Most economists seem to agree with that. The World Economic Forum said 7 out of 10 economists consider a global recession at least somewhat likely. The bright side, though, is Ned Davis Research said, although recession risks are rising, its U.S. recession probability model is still at rock bottom levels. The U.S. job market remains strong, consumers continue to spend, and corporate profits are sturdy. More than 9 million veterans are enrolled in the VA healthcare program, but not everybody has had the best experience with it. Leo Berna, a retired Vietnam veteran, broke his arm last month and had to seek out medical care immediately. While he was able to get the treatment he needed, he and his wife, Haida Marie Berna, had to jump through various hoops to get that treatment.
We wanted 14 syringes because we want to get it locally because we're traveling everywhere. Well, she came out and said she's going to give us 4 syringes. She says, well, we want to get you 4 and the rest are going to come from Iron Mountain because we don't want to waste taxpayers' money.
Leo is a Coumadin patient who needs blood thinners to help reduce the risks of blood clots. And for the surgery, the Bernas had to travel to 4 different cities for 4 different treatments, which eventually led to them seeking out a doctor outside the VA system.
They don't really give the best care. We have to go to a private physician to get good care for him, but it has to come out of our pocket. The VA won't cover that.
While the surgery was out of pocket, Leo luckily got the treatment he needed and is recovering. We reached out to the VA clinic to comment, but they haven't had a response just yet. Boulder Junction is about to break ground on its new playground. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you why it will be more inclusive than the last. That's After Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
At a company, the culture comes from the top. Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times over sexual assault and harassment in the workplace. Women who worked for Michaels' company said they were groped, assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Higher-ups at Michaels dismissed the women as liars and even fired those who spoke out. Is that what we need for Wisconsin? Tim Michaels, too radical, too divisive.
Protecting your cargo is a must, because most times it's more than just cargo. It's the memories, friendships, and adventures that are built with it. The late nights and early mornings, the races and renovations. From hitches to ratchet straps and everything in between, we've got what you need to get your cargo there safely. Secure your passion with 11% off Tow Smart, Smart Straps, and Cargo Smart products at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, Our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
The radical left hate America and riot in our streets. They indoctrinate our children to hate America, stoking fear and envy with their lies and deceptions. Their radical woke agenda and divisive politics are tearing our country apart. Here's Mandela Barnes.
Because the founder of this nation, awful.
Mandela Barnes is a radical leftist. He supports their woke agenda that's causing you and your family so much pain.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
There's case after case. Women working for Tim Michaels' construction company saying they were groped, sexually assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses. When they resisted, they say they were threatened, called a liar, and forced to resign. And when co-workers spoke up, they were fired. If this is how Tim Michaels runs his business, how do you think he'd run the state? Tim Michaels' radical agenda is so very, very wrong.
Huge auction, Hazelhurst, Wisconsin. Tools, guns, antiques, New Holland skid steer, trailers, home contents, and more. Contact Brass at St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Puffy coats are now back in style with low temperatures down near 23 this morning. Will not be that cold tonight, and a significant warm-up on the way for us, too. We have much warmer temperatures getting in here as soon as tomorrow and lasting through the weekend. But check out these lows this morning. Again, 23, a new record low in Rhinelander. The old was 24, 35 for Shawano, 32 for Points. So, yeah, the hard freeze is in. The frost is in as well. And it's going to be another cold night tonight. But, again, not quite this cold with low temperatures down near freezing. Right now, though, lots of clear skies out there. Again, all day long is clear skies. 54 in Rhinelander, a calm wind there at the airport. Check out the dew point, though. This is a measure of kind of how low the temperatures will go tonight. Likely down near freezing once again with that dew point there of 32. All right, over in Wausau, 56 for you. Sunny skies as well. A calm wind there at the airport and that dew point of 30 with the pressure falling at 30.46. All right, so around the horn, temperatures are hanging out in the 50s, even a couple low 60s across western Wisconsin today. That's a sign of things to come. A significant warm-up on the way for us beginning as soon as tomorrow and lingering through the middle portions of next week. As the jet stream now is shifted well to our north, that gives us a ridge pretty much across the entire lower 48, and the air around that goes like this, right? It goes clockwise. So once we get on the back side of that, beginning as soon as tomorrow, we'll kick in a southwest breeze, and warmer temperatures are on the way. In fact, here is the 7-day temperature trend. Now, we're not talking a heat wave, but we're talking about highs going for 70 on Saturday, maybe even on Sunday as well, but pretty much near or at or above average the next 6, 7, 8 days around here. All right, so if you want to cool off from that heat, just kidding, wink, wink. Here are the Lake Superior water temperatures. These are surface temperatures, so you can probably dip your toes in this for a couple minutes before you get cold, with mid-lake temperatures still in the 40s out there right now. But this will begin to drop quickly, as you know, as we're heading through fall. All right, so out there today, lots of sunshine pretty much all day long. A beautiful sunrise this morning. There was like a nice little mist in the air, the frost out there as well. That went well, really good for us this morning, but tonight, it will not be that cold. And we'll still keep the clear skies around, though. There's nothing across the Midwest currently. This thing is on. There's just no clouds across Wisconsin or the UP. But there is something off to the west of us, and that is really what's coming our way, right? Nothing. That's high pressure right there. High pressure is kind of moving in this direction slowly. That's going to give us a long duration dry weather event for us into the weekend and probably through the middle portions of next week. Let's check on the hurricane. Here's Ian, made a landfall earlier today across just to the north, or really the south of Tampa, north of kind of the Fort Myers area, with a storm surge there, winds near 155 miles per hour. It's winding down now with the friction against, of course, the Florida Peninsula, but again, a large rain and wind event for them heading into tomorrow, and then likely moving into the South Carolina area as well as it moves offshore again late tomorrow. Our forecast, though, for tonight, though, or tomorrow, we're talking about temperatures back in the 60s with plenty of sunshine across the entire area to the north. north. Maybe a couple mid-60s across central Wisconsin tomorrow. That could be a stretch, but those are on the way in the 7-day forecast. Our forecast ends right, though, is lots of clear skies out there. Frost is likely again, or even a hard freeze with low temperatures down near 31 and a calm wind out there already. For tomorrow, look at this. Beautiful, right? Lots of sunshine tomorrow. Highs back in the low 60s. We'll take it with that light northwest wind out there for tomorrow morning, turning out of the southwest through the afternoon. That's a sign of a change, right? And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress keeps us dry into the weekend with slowly warming temperatures. And your eye goes right here, right? Friday night football games this week, dry with temperatures in the 60s. There's the weekend, a great looking weekend on the way with temperatures near 70 on Saturday. Jessica?
Thank you, Jeff. As Hurricane Ian continues to drench the Florida peninsula, volunteers and disaster workers from the Red Cross in Wisconsin are lending a helping hand. They're currently in the southern state providing relief, offering supplies and evacuation shelters. More volunteers will be heading down Thursday morning in this emergency response vehicle. It will be filled with food, water, and emergency supplies. The state is planning on sending 3 of them. The Category 4 storm made landfall Wednesday afternoon and brought with it high winds over 100 miles per hour and major flooding to the Florida area. Currently, more than 500,000 customers are without power. Going on right now, a celebration for the grand opening of Rhinelander's Hodag Park Amphitheater. This comes after the community effort raised $400,000 for the project. Newswatch 12's Kyle Pazorski's out there right now to tell us about the inaugural concert. Kyle?
Well, Jessica, you know, a brief ribbon cutting took place just a short while ago, and now Bogfoot has taken the stage. Out here right now, besides the music, there's a lot of food and refreshments for everyone to enjoy. And, you know, back in May, city officials broke ground thanks to donations and efforts by the Rhinelander Community Foundation. This is a great concert going on right now. It'll be going on until 7:30 tonight. City officials are hoping the public will enjoy it as a place for all people in Rhinelander to enjoy and have concerts. Reporting here in Rhinelander, Kyle Pazorski, Newswatch 12.
Thank you, Kyle. The community of Boulder Junction has pulled together to update their playground. They are now one step closer to their long-awaited vision. Newswatch 12's Jessica Leidy has the details.
So the playground that we've designed and that we're going to install is much bigger than the one we took out.
Site manager Dennis Duke said the Boulder Junction playground will have 3 sections, each one based on age. This swing set is going to be one of the few things sticking around for the next generation to play on. A large rock is staying by popular demand, otherwise all new equipment is on the way.
A new climbing apparatus and some miscellaneous other things like music and rocking horses and things like that.
Kids will also be able to test out skills not usually found on a playground.
Adjacent to it will be what we call the ninja area. It's going to have some more advanced for the older kids climbing, roping, and rock climbing areas and things like that. And then further down the trail, we're going to have a zip line and a couple of inclusive devices that allow wheelchair access and things like that.
The equipment has already been purchased, but won't be installed until fundraising is finished.
Our main challenge is to fundraise the last $70,000, which really gets us through the installation.
Committee Chair Laura Birch says the 100 by 100 challenge will help push them over the edge.
100 by 100 was a way to encourage people to make a monetary donation, but it didn't have to be thousands of dollars.
Birch says she enjoys doing something that helps the whole community.
My kids are grown, and my grandkids are grown. So right now it would be my great-grandkids that maybe could use this.
A groundbreaking will take place October 15th at 1 p.m., but it's only the beginning.
A ceremony sometime around Memorial Day is our goal. That's our hope.
In Boulder Junction, Jessica Leidy, Newswatch 12.
Winter's right around the corner, and with it comes the end of the growing season. We'll break down how one area business made their decision after the break.
Violent crime up across Wisconsin. Families nervous about their safety. Yet Mandela Barnes called for releasing half of Wisconsin's jailed inmates. That would mean releasing over 10,000 criminals right into our neighborhoods. 10,000 reasons your family would be in more danger. Barnes also supported defunding the police. 10,000 more criminals with fewer police to protect us. What could go wrong? Wisconsin Truthback is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You can always find great-looking furniture at incredible everyday low prices at Slumberland Furniture. like these modern sectionals and sofas, starting as low as $3.99. And always free doorstep shipping. Get your look for less at Slumberland Furniture. Sore back but hate mattress shopping? Yes.
Totally dread it.
Totally. Come to Slumberland and see how we've made mattress shopping easy.
How easy is that?
So easy.
So easy.
Get your sleep solution at Slumberland Furniture.
You heard the Jingle Man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBB.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
The Northwoods United Way and AmeriCorps Seniors is holding a volunteer fair at Triggs Riverwalk on October 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This unique event is an opportunity to get connected with nonprofit organizations that are looking for volunteers. It's also a chance for those agencies to educate the community about what they do in our area. If you are a nonprofit interested in hosting a table, or if you have questions about the fair, please contact Nancy Sadler.
Ron Johnson's at it again, lying about my taxes. Let's be clear, my taxes are paid in full, but there were times I was getting by on peanut butter sandwiches. And that's why I support a tax cut for the middle class. Put more money in your pockets, because I know how hard you work. But Johnson used his tendency to write a loophole that gave huge tax cuts to himself and his biggest donors, leaving us with crumbs. And that's how we get left behind. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Bone and Joint Walk-In Care.
3 local businesses made it to the finals of the Coolest Thing Made in Wisconsin contest. The Minocqua Popcorn and Puffs in Oneida County, Robbins Sports Flooring in Langlade County, H&S Manufacturing near Wood in Marathon County made it to the top 16 list. The 3 businesses will be facing off in a head-to-head tournament-style bracket. The contest is a joint effort between Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce and Johnson Financial Group. The winner will be announced on October 19th. The recent stretch of colder temperatures has caused some trouble for gardeners. The cooler weather even caused one garden to end its season. Tranquil Acres is a take what you need, pay what you can garden south of downtown Tomahawk. The property is happy to share their chemical-free produce with the community from garden to plate.
They get the experience of digging potatoes out of the dirt or picking vegetables, and kids get to see where their food comes from and how it's grown.
The garden has a donation box set outside, but it's not a direct concern for the owners. They're just hoping to have enough funds to keep the garden going.
I don't need to know if you paid $20 for one zucchini or $1 for 20 ears of corn. I don't want to be involved in that. That's not my business. I just want people to be able to afford nutrition.
The farm plans to expand their amenities to include a nature trail. They're also looking to add a flower picking section as well as a berry garden. While everything has been picked over for this season, they're excited to welcome back the community next year. We'll be back with one final look at weather.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with the triple pet pizza for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Ron Johnson and China. Here's how it works. While in the Senate, Johnson made $57 million from a family business whose growth was directly linked to China. He invested in Chinese factories, and Johnson's family business got $50 million in loans from the Bank of China. Johnson pushed for shipping American jobs overseas while he got rich. Ron Johnson's out for himself, not us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio has designed beautiful and functional kitchens and baths in the Northwoods. When helping plan your dream kitchen or bath with in-home consultation available, they provide 3D drawings of your spaces to bring your visions to life. Owner and designer Sarah has over 25 years of experience, overseen 500+ projects, and built strong relationships with local contractors providing superior installation. Whether it's a new home or a remodel, Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio in Eagle River looks forward to making your dream kitchen or bath a reality. See the exceptional selection of jewelry at Golden Carat Jewelers. Artistic handmade jewelry by Michu and Bella Trois. Fashion-forward designs by Mira T. and Frederick Sage. The latest trends and the forever classics from Facet Barcelona, Catan, and more. Your full-service jewelry store in downtown Minocqua, Golden Carrot Jewelers has a surprise for everyone.
On crime, Tony Evers broke his promise. Evers released hundreds of violent criminals from prison. Murderers, child rapists, back on our streets. Evers broke his promise. Now we're less safe than ever.
Tim Michaels took an oath to protect America, and that's what he'll do as governor. Michaels will put more police on the street, fire weak prosecutors, and keep criminals behind bars. Strength and leadership. Tim Michaels for governor.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with the Triple Pet Pizza for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Huge auction, Hazelhurst, Wisconsin. Tools, guns, antiques, New Holland skid steer, trailers, home contents, and more. Contact Brass at St. Louis Auctions for more details.
All right, Jessica, it's been warmer with temperatures in the 50s out there right now. It will not be as cold as it was last night, though. A record low of 23 in Rhineland, and we're heading down to like 30 tonight. Lots of clear skies across Wisconsin. We're going to keep this trend going overnight tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. There's just nothing to the west of us now. High pressure building in. In fact, this could give us a long duration time frame with little to no precipitation for the next 5 to 7 days around here. Let's check out the 7-day, and here we go. 62 tomorrow. We get warmer on Friday, still sunny. All the games Friday night, no issues at all. The weekend, the weekend looks fantastic right now with temperatures hanging out near 70. There may be a quick shower late Saturday evening. That's it. That's it.
Well, I'm looking forward to that warm-up, and I'm happy that we're going to have a dry Friday night.
Yeah, finally. It's been a while.
Finally. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here at 10.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
Whenever we do a recipe for a homemade candy bar or fudge, we see a huge increase in visitors to our website. And to tell you the truth, I can understand why. Who doesn't love homemade